Good morning, everybody. What an exciting day. Welcome to the ribbon-cutting ceremony to mark the opening of the Bryan Glazer Family Jewish Community Center. I'm Jack Ross. I'm the outgoing Executive Director of the Tampa JCCs, and I'm the incoming Executive Director of the Florida-Israel Business Accelerator, a project of the Tampa JCCs and Federation that'll be headquartered in this magnificent facility. To begin our ceremony today, I'd like to call up Cantor Deborah Canizaro of Congregation Shaarei Tzedek to sing the national anthems of the United States and of the State of Israel, the Hatikva. Would everyone please rise?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night o'er the ramparts we hailed were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Kolod balevav penima, nefesh Yehudi tomiya, ulfate mizrach kadima, ayin letzion Sophia. Od lo avda tikvateinu, hatikva bachnot alpayim, liotam chofshi bnei artseinu, Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Liotam chofshi be'artzenu, Eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim.
Beautiful cantor. Thank you. Thank you, and good morning again. Boker Tov. This morning we have gathered to launch several new chapters. A new chapter for the Tampa Jewish community, a new chapter for this landmark historic facility, and a new chapter for the residents of West Tampa and the entire Tampa Bay region. This new chapter will be marked by vibrant community interactions, as well as substantial economic growth, contributing to the changes currently underway throughout the city that are making Tampa one of the greatest places to live in the United States. Since the inception of this project, the entire landscape of West Tampa has begun to fundamentally change. And as we begin our operations, scores of new jobs will have been filled within these very walls. And upon completion of our second phase, the new JCC preschool, which will go just to the west of the main building, this project will have injected over $30 million into the local economy and created hundreds of jobs during its development. We are building community in the most dynamic way possible, bringing to the fore a host of offerings, including, and allow me to enumerate, 1, an exemplary fine arts program operated by the City of Tampa Department of Parks and Recreation in conjunction with the Tampa Museum of Art and in partnership with Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners. The Art Center is named in honor of Roberta M. Golding of blessed memory, who was a force to be reckoned with in our community for many decades. 2, we have Tampa's premier event center, able to accommodate the full spectrum of corporate, social, and life events accommodating from 25 guests to over 1,000. 3, we have an indoor-outdoor kosher cafe for light meals and snacks and liquid refreshments. 4, we have Tampa Bay's most comprehensive state-of-the-art fitness offerings with over 50,000 square feet of health and wellness space. 5, we have the breathtaking Mesra Family Aquatic Center replete with competition-sized lap pool, 8-lane, 25 yards, zero-entry recreation, therapeutic and recreation pool, a splash pad for our youngest members, appointed cabanas, and outdoor grill space. Certainly Tampa's finest aquatic center. 6, we will also host critically needed social services such as food bank, counseling, and various types of assessments provided by Tampa Jewish Family Services. 7, we have space that will offer programming for people of all ages, from our preschool to our most precious senior citizens. 8, we have meeting rooms with full IT and AV capabilities. And lastly, we have the very innovative and new international initiative, the Florida-Israel Business Accelerator. Its mission, to assist Israel and Florida-based startups to launch and succeed in the U.S. while making Tampa their U.S. headquarters. But before we launch into the future, it's important to recognize and pay homage to the past, as well as acknowledge how we arrived at this very moment, and in doing so, thank those who made such an auspicious future possible. First, I'd like to acknowledge a piece of history connected to this very property. Present today as ushers, we have the first U.S. Volunteer Cavalry Regiment Rough Riders Unit, representing the earliest history on this property when it was Benjamin Field. Theodore Roosevelt's Rough Riders encamped here, where we sit today as they prepared to prosecute the Spanish-American War. Rough Riders, thank you very much. I'd also, as a piece of history, would like to recognize at this time Lieutenant Colonel Brian Fallon, representing the State Quartermaster's Office of the National Guard, our building's previous occupants. Welcome, Lieutenant Colonel. Secondly, this date, December 8th, 2016, has great import to both this facility and to the Tampa Jewish community. This building was commissioned to be built under Franklin Delano Roosevelt, under his Work Progress Administration Program, the WPA, and was inaugurated on this day, December 8th, 1941, the day after the attack on Pearl Harbor, exactly 75 years ago today. In addition, the Jewish community now located on the beautiful and thriving Maureen and Douglas Cohen Jewish Community Campus, a campus that accommodates over 1,000 guests daily, providing important community programs and services, was also inaugurated on December the 8th, 1996, 20 years ago today, which began that chapter of Jewish Tampa's history. So today's inauguration of the Bryan Glazer Family JCC represents both an acknowledgement of an important past, as well as the launch of an exciting and promising future. Represented among the audience today are many individuals who were critical in helping to shape that future. Individuals whose professional talents, their passion, their brilliance, and commitment to public service and to community combined to make this project possible. The successful development of the Bryan Glazer Family JCC was truly born of a collective effort by the entire community. First, among the many, I want to thank Jim Schimberg. When Jim was city attorney, Jim pointed us in the direction of the Armory as a possible site for the new JCC. Jim, are you here? Jim, you nailed it. You nailed it, man. Second, among our collective, we would like to recognize and thank many of the public officials whose leadership helped to shape the private-public partnership that realized this very moment. Among those who stepped forward over the years were State of Florida Governor Rick Scott. Absolutely. State of Florida, Senator Jeff Brandes, who is not here today, but his representative is. Jeff was instrumental. State of Florida, Senator Jack Latvala. State of Florida, Senator Joe Negron. Florida State Senator-elect Dana Young. City of Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn. Woo! Thank you so much. The Rough Riders have just come to the rescue again. The entire Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners, with particular appreciation to Commissioner Sandy Merman for her leadership. The entire Tampa City Council, with particular appreciation and recognition to Councilman Harry Cohen and Councilman Mike Suarez for their leadership. Also, and not with us today, U.S. Congresswoman Kathy Castor was instrumental, and U.S. State Representative Gus Bilirakis. And we look forward to working with our State Senator Rep-elect, Jackie Toledo, who is with us today. Jackie, welcome. Their collective commitment to our community, their hard work, their wisdom played key roles in making this dream a reality. Once again, thank you to all of our public officials, with special thanks again to Jeff Brandes, Dana Young, Sandy Merman, and Bob Buckhorn for your above and beyond call of duty assistance with making this project possible. Thank you all. Also among our audience are numerous donors and volunteer leaders from the Tampa Jewish community whose assistance and generosity also made this project possible. First, a big shout out and thanks to our Project Breakfast Club, which met on and off for many years each Friday at Daily Eats. Our rotating group of experts and passionate volunteers included David Scher, Brian Taub, Jonathan Levy, Mark Senna, and making numerous cameo appearances from his morning perch at the breakfast counter, Leon Mesra. Thank you all for your insights and your dedication to making this project move forward. I'd also like to thank Scott Schimberg. I saw you back there, Scott. Scott, who joined our construction oversight group midway and attended most of our construction meetings over the years, providing valuable insights throughout the project. Scotty, thank you. Among our many wonderful volunteers, all of whom were generous with their time, expertise, and resources, one stands out for mention who assisted with both his exceptional legal expertise and with his common sense approach to life. I can't overstate that, his common sense approach to life. We'd like to thank Jeffrey Berger for all of the help and guidance he provided to this project over the years. Thank you, Jeffrey. Your efforts throughout the project were amazing and greatly appreciated. There you go. To Laureen Galliado, who coordinated many, many parlor meetings, and to all of those in the audience today, our community members who hosted those informational and fundraiser sessions, thank you all very, very much. On the construction side, we were blessed. We were blessed to have engaged the most dynamic and supportive team in all of Tampa Bay. For almost 5 years, this dedicated group remained steadfastly positive and energetic in every imaginable way. Literally hundreds of people were involved with bringing the Bryan Glazer Family JCC project to fruition, and our organization extends to each of them our most heartfelt appreciation for their exemplary work. Among our team, I'd like to personally acknowledge and thank the following professionals who did incredible work on this project, many of whom we call family and friends. First, our organization was expertly guided by our trusted owners representative group, Envision Advisors, led by Principal Jonathan Moore and his colleague Randy Rubel. Jonathan, thank you for guiding us through the many complexities involved with this project. Thank you. To our architects engaged in this game-changing project. First, our primary architect of record, Fleischman Garcia, led by Principal Saul Fleischman and his colleagues Mayor Weitzman, Virginia Larea, and Dwayne Wright. Saul, thank you for your professionalism, for your creativity and vision, and for remaining intimately engaged throughout every stage of this process. It was a real pleasure, Saul. Know you're around here. To our design architects of Behar and Peterance, led by principals Jordan Behar and Istvan Peterance, our brilliant design architects who, among many other innovative ideas, conceptualized what is behind me now, the Jeff and Penny Vinnick Grand Entry situated here behind the podium. Thank you, Jordan and Istvan, for your commitment to design excellence and to design purity. You are truly both artists. To Richard Hartman of Hartman Architecture, Inc. Richard is the architect who has designed and will further design the interior of our Phase 2, our preschool project. Richard, thank you for all of your work that you have done and forthcoming in Phase 2. Thank you. Thank you very much. To our entire general contract team, Creative Contractors, Inc., led by principals Alan and Josh Baumstein, site manager Todd Pope, Site Superintendent Chuck Murphy, Project Manager Brian Jones, and Assistant Project Manager Becky Schroeder, Lisa Modano, Project Coordinator, and Travis Cosby, their faithful intern. Thank you. Your organization, your professionalism, your attention to detail, your patience were exceptional. You maintained constant fiscal discipline. You always demonstrated professionalism and congeniality. You truly became partners and friends and family. Please accept our deepest appreciation to each of you and to the entire organization. Your construction work is truly phenomenal. Thank you. To our land use attorneys, David Singer and Catherine O'Donnelly of Singer O'Donnelly, thank you for guiding us through the maze of permitting and licensing on this project. You are always knowledgeable, proficient, and a great pleasure to work with. I'd like to thank Amy Martz for her incredible photographic exhibitions and documentation of this entire project. Amy, you are an artist. Your creativity knows no bounds, and everyone will be treated to your exhibition on the walls that grace now the Bryan Glazer Family JCC. Thank you. And to Sarah Schur, one of the most creative people I know. Sarah, thank you to you and your team for putting together the artwork that now adorns these walls, for the artwork you've done so far, and I know you'll continue to do in the future. Thank you. To my exceptional colleagues at the JCCs and Federation, Sally Benjamin. Where are you, Sally? Sally, your dedication and professionalism to process and procedure, she's our CFAO, to process and procedure, to fiscal responsibility are remarkable and extraordinary. You are truly one of the greatest assets to this project and to the entire organization. Thank you, and to your entire team, thank you. Heidi Schimberg and Elisa Fischel. Wow. Your abilities to balance, manage, and multitask your regular JCC and Federation duties with the enormous tasks of this massive project are second to none, and have made successful development of the Bryan Glazer Family JCC possible. You have been superb to work with, and your work has also been superb. And thank you both from the bottom of my heart. To Emily Sokash, I saw Emily earlier, who moved on early in the process to lead the Pinellas and Pasco County Federation and Top Jewish Foundation. Thank you for your early efforts on this project. Michelle Carr Morietti and Lonnie Lindsay, thank you for your administrative services as well. And to Peter Paderaki and Orlando Garcia, who now have the phenomenal task of running the facilities of our new project and our existing campus. Your work and the work of your team on the operational side has been nothing short of terrific. Thank you. Wondering if we need another Rough Rider to make sure I'm not hit over the head with the... To Exos Medifit. Exos Medifit is our fitness management team. Oh, I was just kidding, actually. Exos Medifit is the national premier fitness management corporation who has come in to run our fitness and aquatics and membership programming. They have worked seamlessly with us. It's been a great pleasure. I want to recognize Bonnie Madeleine. I always call her Bonnie for months. And Tom Anasek, and the rest of your team, thank you very much. On behalf of the entire staff and our entire community, I also want to express my deep gratitude to the members of our Board of Directors of the Tampa JCCs and Federation for their steadfast leadership, their incredible ideas, and their bold vision. This project would not have happened without your wisdom and without your support. And special thanks to three people who served as president during this period and as co-president: Sue Schoenbaum, if you stand, John Ellis, and Rochelle Walk. Your intelligence, the three of you, your intelligence, your insight, your can-do attitudes have been critical at every stage of this process. Our CEO, Gary Gould, who you'll hear more about a little later, has a favorite saying: money is the root of all good. And with that, I'd like to thank our numerous donors who have helped us to raise more than $22 million to date. Your wonderful generosity, your ongoing commitment to this community, and your visionary ability to see what this project could mean to all of Tampa are tremendously appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you to our donors. Our first infusion of cash that allowed us to launch this project, before any individual, before any family, before any foundation, before the government our contributors came forward, our first capital came from something called New Market Tax Credits. And our trusted partner in that area were the good folks from Enhanced Capital. Enhanced, I would like to thank you as well. Next, I'd like to thank Bloomin' Brands and its chairman of the board and CEO, Liz Smith, as well as Skip Fox, president and partner of Fleming's Prime Steakhouse and Wine Bar, operated under the Bloomin' Brands flag. Liz and Skip were instrumental in facilitating the donation of all of the kitchen equipment and all of the event center furniture from the a la carte pavilion operation upon its closing last December, all of it. This was an incredible act of corporate philanthropy. Thank you, Liz and Skip. Thank you, Bloomin' Brands. Because the Armory is an iconic part of Tampa's history, and because the Bryan Glazer Family JCC is an extremely high-profile project that's going to rewrite how a community can serve its community, many banks expressed an interest in working with us and bid for our business. One stood out from the pack, though. We are very proud to be working with the exceptional people at Valley National Bank. This New Jersey-based powerhouse with over $22 billion in assets operates 209 branch locations serving Florida, New York, and New Jersey. In addition to the great terms the bank offered us, the bankers at Valley National understand us and are very flexible and have been very helpful at all times. They are truly wonderful partners. And I want to especially thank Jackie McIntosh, Market President, Anna Adamczek from Commercial Lending. Valley National is also the proud sponsor of this event this morning, our ribbon cutting, and I would like to call up now, invite Tyler Eiler to the podium to say a few words on behalf of Valley National.
Good afternoon. My name's Tyler Eiler. I cover the state of Florida as the Executive Wealth Director for Valley Trust, part of Valley National Bank. I was asked to represent Valley National Bank in the absence of Jackie McIntosh. Her team had worked relentlessly over the past year, working with Jack, just to make sure that everything, all the financing was in place for this facility. So again, I was asked to step in, and she wished she could be here, but she just couldn't make it today. So a little bit about Valley National Bank. We are headquartered in Wayne, New Jersey, and we are a full-service bank and offer trust services to our clients since 1927. And we are a top mid-tier bank, and we're so excited for our expansion efforts into the Tampa Bay market. Valley National Bank is also pleased to be the presenting sponsor for the JCC South Campus today, and we love everything that this campus represents. And it had once been a premier location for the National Guard and for entertainment in Tampa, and now with the doors opening again under the Bryan Glazer Family JCC Center, it will once again be a premier location for the communities to come together for education, for recreation, for fitness, for entertainment. It's going to just it's just going to take off, and we're so excited that this is going on. Jackie, along with myself and our teams, we're so proud of Valley National Bank putting high priorities on giving back to the communities we work in. And again, we're a newcomer to the Tampa Bay market, and we're really hoping to get more involved in the community and give back more. But before I turn this back over to Jack, I just would like to extend a special thanks to everybody that's here today that is a Valley Trust, our Valley National Bank client. We know there's several financial providers that you could go with, and you chose to go with us to help you achieve your financial goals with your family. So again, thank you for doing business with us, and thank you for being out here today. Thank you.
I want you to know it was Sally Benjamin who was the point person with Valley National Bank. And Gary Gould. And I just do what they say. So thank you. Thank you, Tyler. Bryan Glazer, who you will hear more about in just a little while, is an extraordinary individual in many ways. He and Shauna are extremely generous people, and as philanthropists, they're contributing more than any other private party to this project. And then there's the rest of our $1 Million Club. The families that joined Bryan and Shauna in contributing $1 million or more to this once-in-a-lifetime project, I'd like to recognize. First, Jeff and Penny Vinnick. No, Penny's here. David and Sarah Schur and the Golding Schur family. And Leon and Diane and Lee and Todd and Sherry Mesra, the entire Mesra family. Thank you for your incredible generosity and for your commitment to community. The state of Florida has also been an outstanding partner and has contributed more than $7 million to the Bryan Glazer Family JCC project. In addition, the Hillsborough County Board of County Commissioners has provided approximately $1.3 million to the project, and the city of Tampa has helped us to clear enormous hurdles in developing this landmark facility. On behalf of the entire community, I'd now like to thank all of our individuals, all of the family donors, as well as our state senators, our state representatives, our county commissioners, City of Tampa officials for their incredible generosity and leadership. Now, before I wrap up, I'd like to ask all of the people here from the JCC's and Federation Leadership Council, which includes, among others, our current board of directors, our past presidents, our community's rabbis and agency leaders, and our staff, to stand and join me in offering the Shechianu, the blessing over this building. Please stand. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'ki'imanu v'higianu lezman azeh. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has granted us life, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this occasion. Amen. It is now my distinct honor to introduce the current president of the Board of Directors of the Tampa JCCs and Federation, Rochelle Walker.
Thank you, Jack, and good morning. What a wonderful day. The sun is out. It's just a perfect day to welcome our new JCC. I have the privilege of serving as the president of the Board of Directors and of the Tampa JCCs and Federation. And I have to say it is truly a pleasure and an honor to be in that role. I want to welcome you to the official revival of this magnificent landmark building, the former Fort Homer Hesterly Armory, and the launch of its exciting new chapter as the Bryan Glazer Family JCC. What an incredible project and what a promising future. This is a historic day for our community, our Kahila. For 5 years, my trusted colleagues on the board, along with our talented staff, many dedicated volunteers, and a great group of generous donors have been preparing for this moment. Over the years, we've said that this new community center was going to be a game changer. that it would help transform our community, that it would be a beacon of light that contributed to a renaissance in West Tampa, that it would be truly a magical place. Looking into my crystal ball, not only is this a fantastic new facility and is going to serve and strengthen our community for decades to come, we believe that it will be a catalyst for creating many meaningful memories in the lives of a large number and very diverse group of people. I am honored and inspired to be part of this grand project. Now I'd like to take the opportunity to recognize a few people who Jack purposefully didn't mention, some he mentioned but he didn't talk about, who also worked tirelessly to enable the development of the Bryan Glazer Family JCC. First, Jack Roth himself. Jack has held leadership roles with several local and national Jewish organizations, including AIPAC, Israel Bonds, Jewish National Fund, and many others. In 2005, under Tampa Mayor Pam Iorio, Jack was instrumental in establishing Tampa's sister city with Ashdod, Israel. He also served on the board of the Tampa JCC and Federation at the time. Then, President Sue Schoenbaum, together with Gary Gould, David Schur, Sam Linsky, and Saul Fleischman, first presented the idea of transforming the Armory into a new state-of-the-art JCC. Immediately after that historic meeting, as he was walking out of the room, Jack approached Gary and said he was blown away by the proposal and was wondering if Gary would consider him for the newly created job of executive director of the JCC, a role that would encompass all aspects of getting the Bryan Glazer Family JCC built. Maybe it was remarkable coincidence, maybe it was Beshert, destiny, but prior to the meeting, Gary had told a couple of people that he was going to try and recruit Jack away from his career as an attorney for that position. The rest, as we say, is history. Jack has been an incredible advocate in so many different ways for this project. If you've ever met Jack, you know that he is extremely intelligent, articulate, persuasive, and strategic. He is also high energy, passionate about Israel and our Jewish community, and both a team leader and a team player. He brought all of those skills and characteristics and much, much more to the job, making the Bryan Glazer Family JCC a reality. Jack, thank you. Next, I'd like to acknowledge and express my most sincere appreciation to project co-chair Sam Linsky. Sam, are you here? Okay, if we can get him to stand up. Oh, okay, we got Stacy. Apparently Sam is doing business today somewhere else. Okay. Sam was part of a small group of people who visited the facility when it was just a leaky old building, and he helped make the decision that it could be transformed into something special. Sam served on the board of Federation, balancing his career as a financial and investment advisor with family and leadership in our community. Sam, on behalf of our very grateful community and the board of directors, thank you for your involvement at various critical stages in this project. You played an essential role at the outset of this journey, continue to provide your insight and guidance along the way. In addition, you helped us raise the significant dollars, and you and your family are also very generous donors. Thank you, Sam. To the Bryan Glazer family, the namesake of this magnificent project, thank you, and thank you. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your generosity. Going back almost a decade, Bryan was talking with people about the need for a new JCC somewhere south of I-275, long before we bought or found this historic property. He understood the importance of providing a second Jewish community center to serve the population that lived south of the great psychological divide that we call Kennedy. His generosity and insights served as a key catalyst, helping to create a new platform for delivering community services, innovative programs in the Tampa Bay area that are unique to the JCC movement on a nationwide basis. Bryan not only provided generous financial support to assist in making this project happen, but he played a very helpful and important role in the design phase of the project with his exceptional eye for beauty and function. His keen attention to detail has enhanced this project and made it an extraordinary facility you will shortly see. Thank you again, Bryan, for all you've done to make the Bryan Glazer Family JCC a place for our community to learn, to grow, and to thrive. I'd now like to call Bryan to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you. When I was first approached for this project, I would have signed up for a single membership. And now times have changed. It's been just a few years, and now I'm going to walk through the doors as a family membership, with a family membership. And that, to me, is what this is all about. This is a building that will create memories for families. This is a building that will bring people together. My wife, Shauna, and my son, Sawyer, we have a lifetime of memories here. From our first swim lessons to birthday parties, to bar mitzvahs, to weddings, to anniversaries, not just for us, but for everybody in this community. This building has held so many great memories prior to the renovation, and people have talked about them. And that's what the JCCs are all about memories, about the community coming together and giving this community a lifetime of memories they could be talking about for future generations to come. So we are so pleased as a family to be part of this and to help jumpstart this. And I also want to thank all the other donors who stepped up at any amount to help make this dream a reality. So thank you.
Thank you, Bryan. The next two individuals did all of that and more. Oh, I think I'm on the wrong page here. There we go. Renowned leadership expert John C. Maxwell once said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." The next two individuals did all of that and more, and I'd like to acknowledge and thank them both together and as individuals. They were the secret sauce, if you will, of the Bryan Glazer Family JCC project. These two men serve in two different capacities. One, as project co-chair with Sam Linsky for the Bryan Glazer Family JCC project, and the other as our organization's CEO. Their combined contributions provided the spark which ignited and led to the Herculean effort to successful fruition. Both men are visionaries, exceptionally generous individuals, and phenomenal leaders. First, David Scher. David Scher is the consummate volunteer leader, selfless to a fault, energetic, passionate, and persistent. David is the type of community leader who sees the big picture, pursues that vision until a successful completion. Decades ago, David was involved in the sale of the original Tampa JCC on Horatio, and also the purchase of the beautiful 21-acre Maureen and Douglas Cone Jewish Community Campus on Gun Highway. And it was David and his wife Sarah's home that Gary Gould and David developed the initial vision for Bryan Glazer Family JCC. We're inaugurating today. And after that vision was set and the ball was in motion, David has continued to be engaged and involved. He has been here through all phases of construction on a daily basis, giving his time and knowledge to ensure this facility will meet all of our expectations. David, on behalf of the Board of Directors and a grateful community, congratulations and thank you for your vision and for your unrelenting pursuit of excellence and your strong commitment to community. Finally, Gary Gould. Gary, it always amazes me, our Board of Directors, and many others, how you successfully navigate and negotiate the complex path of oversight and administration of not only the Tampa Jewish community, but also all you do for Pinellas and Orlando, and of course, Israel. You have managed to balance daily functional duties with strategic initiatives and the most significant capital project this community has ever undertaken. If that weren't enough, you have an extraordinary gift for seeing the future and shaping it. The mission of building community and tikkun olam, repairing the world, is dynamic and requires a complex skill set. We are truly blessed as a community to have found someone of your caliber and leadership to captain our ship. This fabulous repurposed facility, formerly the Fort Homer Hesterly Armory, and today known as the Bryan Glazer Family JCC, stands as a testament to your prowess as a visionary and as a leader of the Tampa JCCs and Federation. On behalf of the Board of Directors and all of the staff and our entire community, Toda Rabah and Mazel Tov. You are remarkable, and thank you. Okay. In recognition and gratitude for the vision and leadership demonstrated in sparking this magnificent project, the Board of Directors previously convened and determined that this plaque that you're going to see to my left should be affixed in perpetuity to the entrance of the Bryan Glazer Family JCC bearing the names of Gary Gould and David Scher. It will be mounted over, I guess somewhere over there, in the near future. And I will read it to you. I'll tell you, would you mind, since you're doing such a great job of watching it, could you unveil it for us? Thank you. According to the effort is the reward, which is an old Jewish proverb. Gary Gould and David Scher had a dream and a compass and the help and generosity of many others. They breathed new life into this facility so it could serve and strengthen our community. Our kahila, our community, is extremely grateful for their exceptional efforts. December 8th, 2016. And we're coming up to the moment you've all been waiting for. After the ribbon cutting, everyone is invited into the spectacular Bryan Glazer Family JCC for lunch, for a formal tour, or just to wander around on your own. And I would not be doing my job if I didn't mention, as you will see, there are still naming opportunities. Plenty of ways to get involved and to support this incredible effort of our greater community. If you are so inspired, please find Gary, Elisa Fischel, Elisa, raise your hand, or me, and we would be more than happy to help you with whatever it is you can do to help and contribute to this great project.
1, 2, 3.
Mazel tov.